guys, so some real talk today. I'm just here with my cup of tea, and this conversation is going to be a different one for my channel, and it's going to not be fantastically easy to do, but I think it's important that people speak up about this kind of stuff more, and especially a woman of my age. So yeah, let's get into it. So originally this was going to be a video about the menopause, the perimenopause, and what it's like being a woman of 41, possibly going through that. So I had booked a doctor's appointment, and I thought, you know what, there's a lot of people talking about menopause and its effects at the moment, and I think it's really important that this is a conversation that is had more, and that people are more aware of the symptoms and what can, you know, how it can manifest and things like that. So I thought, if I'm going to go to the doctors and get this checked out, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bring you guys along for the journey, and just see where I'm at with it. My mum went through hers quite early, and I have been feeling some kinds of ways, and we'll get into that in a minute. And I thought, you know, the best course of action is to actually go and talk to the doctor about it and see what they say. So this started maybe a few months back, where I'd kind of had some symptoms, and I didn't really know what was causing them. So for backstory, I am on the Mirena coil, the one beginning with M. I don't think it's Mirena. I don't know why I call it that, but the one beginning with M. So it's a hormone coil. And I've been on that now for about 7 or 8 years. So I had my first one in 2015. My next one was due when the pandemic hit, and I had to keep the old one in for a year before having it replaced in 2021. And what happened with that is that through that I lost my period, which was fine. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to be bleeding anymore. Although I know that that's not really great for the body anyway, but I kind of really begrudge paying for sanitary products where we don't have to pay for contraception. Like, we can get our contraceptive pill for free, but we've got to pay for period products, and that kind of bothers me. So I decided to do what I did, and I lost my period. And then when I had the new one put in, I kind of had a couple of instances where it was kind of a light period, and then again it disappeared, which was fine by me. About 6 or 7 months ago, I noticed that I was having to wear panty liners again, and that it was more obvious. And then there were other symptoms. So I was feeling very tired, lethargic, not really got the energy, the motivation, feeling pretty tearful, just lots of hormonal type reactions that I wasn't used to and haven't been around for a long time now. I've suffered with anxiety and depression since I was 16. I was diagnosed with depression. So I know those symptoms, and this just didn't feel like that. So one of my very good friends said, perhaps you're going through the perimenopause. So she sent me a checklist of symptoms to mark off, and I marked off enough of them that I thought this is worth having the conversation. So that was what today's appointment was about. Unfortunately / fortunately, when I was having my shower this morning, I happened to discover a lump in my breast, and I don't want anybody to go into deep panic about this. I'm not panicking about it, but it did mean that whereas I was going to come on here and talk to you all about menopause and, you know, how I'm moving through the process of discovering and possibly going on to HRT, this took precedence, as it should. The doctor was like, from a medical perspective, this is more important, and I would rather focus on that. Now, my history is I have 2 paternal aunts that have had breast cancer. And I have also been to the breast clinic twice with lumps, and they've turned out to be cysts, and I think I've had them drained both times. So it's a 50-50 thing with me. You know, there is a family history, so there is a potential, but also I get cysts in my breast, so it might be nothing to worry about at all. And the doctor, bless his heart, was just like, I don't want to like overly make you feel confident that everything's fine, because, you know, this is the cancer path. But for every 100 people we send, maybe 3 come back as positive for cancer. So I'm like, I'm not worrying about it until I need to worry about it. But I know that there are women out there that discover these and instantly panic and think the worst. And I want to just let you know that it could be something as simple as a cyst. And regardless of what it is always, always, always best to get it checked out sooner rather than later. The sooner, the better. Now, strangely, I have been checking recently, not as regular as I should, but I have been checking, and I hadn't felt anything, and I would not have felt this lump under my normal examination routine, because this lump is deep. I also found out I got lumpy boobs. Inside my boobs is rather lumpy anyway, apparently, which was just what you want to get told by the doctor. But this lump I discovered because I had the weight of my boob leaning on my hand, and I could feel like the deep inside, which I couldn't really feel if I was just kind of doing the circular motions around the top. So definitely worth leaning over and having a feel underneath your boob and getting in there, because that's where I found this lump. So I don't know how long it's been there. I don't know if it's grown. This is what he was like, so you can't tell me this, you can't tell me that. I was like, no, can't tell you whether it's hormonal because of my period, because I don't have them. So it's all a little bit up in the air. I am waiting for a call from the breast clinic to get me in to have the ultrasound and see what's going on. And I let my friend know this, and she called me worried about how I was feeling, and I told her, you know, I'm not going to worry until there's something to worry about, because I've been here before and it's not been anything to worry about. I'm just going to see it as that for now, and then if there is something to worry about, then maybe it'll be a different story. However, I'm going to assume the best and think of it with a positive attitude, and hopefully it will just be another cyst that they can sort out. So really, obviously this video has not been about the menopause. He has given me some blood tests, so I've had a load of hormonal blood tests and they all came back fine, but I've learnt recently that with women, because of our cycle, our hormones are different at different times of the month. So you could have it checked at day 1 of your period, of your cycle, and it'll show up one thing. You could have it on day 15 and it'll show up something completely different. And the doctor said to me, that's why we like to do them sort of 6 weeks apart, so that we can see the difference in the cycle, if there is any difference. So he has given me a form, and I'm going to call up for a blood test appointment in the next 6 weeks, and we will monitor that. He also wanted to check my vitamin D levels, because he said that a lot of my symptoms could be as a result of lack of vitamin D, although I have been taking, not regularly recently, but before my other thing, like while I've been having these symptoms, I was taking a vitamin D supplement. I just haven't taken it for a few weeks, so I didn't mention that because I want it checked anyway. So it's better safe than sorry, as it were. So I'd rather it was checked, and yeah, we will see how it goes. So I will keep you updated, either with a update video or on the community tab on my page, just because I know how I can worry about people that I follow when I hear that they're possibly poorly. So I will keep you updated, but really the reason that I wanted to share this with you is I was going to share about the menopause anyway, because I think that's an important topic to cover. And when this came up, I thought, you know what, I know that there are so many women out there that discover a lump and just like push it to the back of the head and ignore it and think, you know, it's fine, it's nothing, it's not going to be anything, it's don't even think about it, and I really want to urge you just to go and get it checked out by a doctor, because if it's nothing, then you're fine, it's no worries. But if it's something, then you are forewarned is forearmed, and the earlier that they can get to these things, the better the potential outcome. So I would just urge you that if you feel anything unusual, then please just go straight to your doctor. It's never a waste of time, even if it turns out to be nothing. You know, I've been twice now and it's cysts, and I could just think, oh, I just get them, it's fine, don't even bother. But I know that there is a potential that one time it might not be, and I don't want to ever let that slip away and my chances of early detection being taken away. So I'm going to drink my tea, which I actually made to drink throughout this conversation because I knew I was going to be talking a lot straight to camera. I'm going to go and chill for the afternoon. I have got some stuff that I'm doing for another video that I'm putting up for you guys, so I'm going to go and do that, and probably sign off a bit early from my work, from my day job, which is working for myself, so I choose my hours. But it is a Friday afternoon, so I am going to just sign off. Stay well, guys. Please do check yourselves. I will link to a video below that you can use if you have never really checked yourself before and you don't know what to do. I'm saying that, I haven't actually looked one up, but I am sure there are plenty of them, so I would like to have one linked for you down below, and some resources just in case you need them. So please do check out the description box below, and look after yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.